Alright guys, I'm here to make a quick tutorial on how to make a fist type weapon in Final Fantasy Tactics. I was asked to do this. So it took me a while to figure this out, but it's actually very easy. And I'm kind of kicking myself that how easy it is. It's just I guess I never took the time to actually sit down and do it. But so here's the lowdown. So I wanted to make weapons for monk type characters like Tifa or Tifa, whatever. I always pronounced it Tifa, but it is Tifa. Anyway, so I have some right here under the item tab that I created. These three, and then I have some further up. Let's see, where are they at? Up right here. And this is all created in Final Fantasy FFT Patcher. I'm using an older version right here. I'm using 4.82, but the newer version is 4.93, and you can get that on Final Fantasy Tactics. Let's see. Okay. So first off, when you create the job, I had replaced those two items with harps and the cloth weapons because I don't use them. I never use those, and basically I just replace them. So this is Tifa's job right here. So as you can see, she can equip instruments and cloths, because that's what I'm replacing the fist with. So that's, you gotta set that. And this checkbox right here is for barehandedness. Okay, so then we go to items, and when you go to items, as you can see on this one, you can set the palette. And what the palette is that is, let me find the file. But what that is it's I got a document that'll show what palette you can use, and it'll create the item. What I end up using is the palettes that are used for gauntlets, because I find those look the best and those work the best. And then you don't have to go in and edit any of the items. It's just a lot easier. Every now and then I'll go and edit an item if I need to, and you can do that in use a program like Graphic Scale or Shishi. But let me pull up. Let's see. Trying to find the document that I have. Let's see, documents, and it's a document's called item palettes, and you can probably find this on Final Fantasy Tactics too. And basically, it's a list of all the items, and it shows from 0 to 1, 0 to F in hexadecimal on the horizontal axis, and F to 0 on the 0 to F on the vertical axis, and F to 0 on the horizontal axis. And they got the images of the different weapons and stuff like that. So you would select which graphic you want, and that graphic's on the on the vertical axis, and the palette is on the horizontal axis. It's pretty straightforward when you look at the document. So that's where the palette and the graphic comes. The enemy level is when the enemies can equip it, and most of this is self-explanatory. But where it comes in to create the actual fist weapon, there's a few things you have to do. One is you want to change this to striking. And two swords. You want her to be able to use both fists, or somebody use both fists if they got dual wield. I don't think I'll make her character use dual wield, So it'll be pointless for her, but maybe an NPC will have it. So that's why I set it to that. Because all the NPC, in this mod, all the NPC, at least most of them, will have random abilities set. Just so if you play it again, it won't be the same every time you play. So right here is the thing. For item attribute, you want to change this to nothing. Nothing is the bare-handed animation. If you leave it at something else, it will show the animation for that weapon. You want it at nothing. This is the key right here. And I mean, if you look at this, you can always copy everything and change it to your liking. But the main things you want is this box right here, the striking, 2 swords, and the item type to set to nothing, and everything else you can change it yourself. The weapon formula, everything else. So that's just a quick rundown of how you create a fist type weapon.